It's game day. The stadium is packed, millions are watching, and the adrenaline is pumping. You're about to step onto the field as an NFL player, living the dream that so many kids grow up hoping for. But behind the roaring crowds, the highlight reels, and the multi-million-dollar contracts, being an NFL player isn't all touchdowns and endorsements. Here's why it sucks to be an NFL player. First up, the brutal physical toll. The NFL isn't just a game, it's a collision sport. Every play is like getting into a car crash at full speed. Concussions, torn ligaments, fractured bones. Injuries are inevitable, and if you're not injured yet, give it time. The longer you play, the more likely you are to walk away with permanent damage. Being an NFL player means knowing that every snap could be the one that ends your career. And then there's the short career span. The average NFL career lasts just over 3 years. That's barely enough time to make a name for yourself, let alone secure your financial future. One bad hit, one unlucky break, and it's over. Some players defy the odds, lasting a decade or more, but they're the exception, not the rule. Being an NFL player means knowing that you're always one play away from retirement, whether you like it or not. Let's talk about contracts. Yes, NFL players sign massive deals, but here's the catch. Unlike other sports, most NFL contracts aren't fully guaranteed. You can sign a $50 million deal, but if the team cuts you after 2 seasons, you might only see a fraction of that money. Rookies often fall victim to bad financial advice, assuming they'll have years of earnings ahead. Being an NFL player means living with financial uncertainty, even when you're technically a millionaire on paper. Training never stops. NFL players don't just show up on Sundays and play. The workouts, film study, and practice sessions are grueling. Off-seasons barely exist, and even when you're not on the field, you're expected to be training. Falling behind isn't an option. If you slack off for even a moment, someone younger and faster is ready to take your spot. Being an NFL player means living in a constant state of prove yourself or get replaced. Let's not forget about the mental stress. The pressure to perform is relentless. Fans, coaches, teammates, everyone expects perfection. A single bad game can define your career. If you miss a crucial kick, drop a pass, or throw an interception at the wrong time, your social media will be flooded with death threats. The public loves to build players up, but they're just as quick to tear them down. Being an NFL player means knowing that your failures will be magnified for the entire world to see. And then there's the lack of job security. Unlike other professional leagues, the NFL has no guaranteed safety net for its players. You can get cut at any time, with little warning. Rookies come in every year hungry to take your job, and if you don't perform, you're out. Even veterans who've played for years aren't safe. Teams often move on to younger, cheaper talent. Being an NFL player means living in constant fear that today might be your last day in the league. Let's talk about the pay inequality. Yes, star quarterbacks make hundreds of millions, but the average NFL player? Not so much. If you're not a big-name player, you're earning the league minimum, and after taxes, agent fees, and expenses, it's not as much as you think. Players on practice squads barely make enough to sustain a long-term career. Being an NFL player means watching the top 1% of players get rich while the rest struggle to stay afloat. Oh, and let's not forget about CTE. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is the dark cloud hanging over the NFL. Years of repeated hits to the head have been linked to severe brain damage, depression, and even early death. Many former players have suffered tragic fates due to CTE, and yet the league still struggles to address the problem. Rule changes have been introduced to improve safety, but the risks remain high. Being an NFL player means risking your long-term health for short-term glory. And then there's the retirement problem. What happens when the cheering stops? Many NFL players leave the league with no plan for what's next. Some go broke, others struggle with mental health, and a few even end up homeless. The transition from NFL superstar to regular citizen is brutal. Without a structured routine, many ex-players feel lost. Being an NFL player means knowing that your post-career life might be harder than your playing days. Let's not forget about the travel. Being an NFL player means constantly being on the move. Long flights, short recovery times, back-to-back road games. It takes a toll. While fans see the glamorous side, players are dealing with exhaustion, jet lag, and barely enough time to recover before the next game. With limited rest days, recovery is a luxury few can afford. Being an NFL player means sacrificing your body week after week with little rest. And then there's the team politics. Just because you're talented doesn't mean you'll get a fair shot. Coaches play favorites, front offices make political decisions, and sometimes your career depends more on connections than ability. Even players who perform well can find themselves benched or traded due to contract disputes. Being an NFL player means dealing with an unpredictable system where hard work doesn't always guarantee success. Beyond the game itself, the constant exposure to the media is relentless. Whether it's a post-game interview or a tweet that gets taken the wrong way, NFL players live under a microscope. Everything they say and do can be turned into a headline. Some players thrive in the spotlight, but for many, it's just another stress factor. Being an NFL player means having to navigate an endless PR game off the field. The physical pain doesn't stop when you retire. Many former NFL players wake up every day with aching joints, back pain, and arthritis. The body simply wasn't designed to withstand years of high-impact collisions. Pain management becomes a daily routine. Being an NFL player means knowing that the hits you took in your 20s will haunt you for the rest of your life. And let's not forget the long-term career struggles. The majority of players don't have a fallback plan when they retire. Many struggle to find stable jobs outside of football, as their skills don't always translate to traditional careers. Some move into coaching or broadcasting, but for most, life after football is a tough adjustment. Being an NFL player means preparing for an uncertain future the moment your career begins. Despite all of this, players keep coming back. The love of the game, the thrill of competition, and the dream of making history keep them pushing forward. But make no mistake, being an NFL player is a battle on and off the field. It's not just about talent. It's about survival in one of the most ruthless industries in sports. But even beyond the personal struggles, there's the mental toll that often goes unnoticed. The pressure to perform at the highest level, week after week, can break even the strongest minds. Anxiety, depression, and burnout are common, yet rarely talked about. Players are expected to be warriors on the field and perfect role models off it, leaving little room for vulnerability. Being an NFL player means carrying emotional scars that no amount of fame or fortune can heal. And then there's the financial side of things. Sure, some players land massive contracts, but the reality is, most don't. With short average careers and reckless spending habits, many players find themselves broke just a few years after retiring. Mismanagement of wealth, bad investments, and pressure to financially support friends and family can drain even the biggest paychecks. Being an NFL player means making millions, only to risk losing it all if you're not careful. Lastly, let's talk about identity. For many athletes, football isn't just a job, it's who they are. From a young age, they're trained to focus solely on the sport, often at the expense of other interests or skills. So when the career ends, whether by choice or injury, there's a massive identity crisis. Who are they without the helmet and jersey? Being an NFL player means dedicating your life to a game, only to one day wake up and realize you have no idea who you are without it. So there you have it. Behind the fame, fortune, and Sunday night lights, NFL players deal with more struggles than most people realize. Next time you watch a game, just remember, for every touchdown and game-winning play, there's a player fighting through pain, pressure, and uncertainty just to stay on the field. And when the game ends, well, they hobble to the locker room, ice packs strapped to every joint, wondering if that third hit to the head means they'll forget their Wi-Fi password tomorrow. Meanwhile, fans are at home yelling at the TV because, how did he drop that pass? Like, sorry Karen, but maybe after 4 concussions and a dislocated shoulder, catching a football isn't as easy as it looks on Madden. And let's not forget the ultimate irony. After sacrificing their bodies, minds, and social lives, many players retire and end up as analysts criticizing other players for not playing hard enough. It's a vicious, hilarious cycle. And that, my friends, is why it sucks to be an NFL player.